Welcome back to the Night Scooby Show! And the 2025 Hanna-Barbera summer continues. And tonight, I'm entering the Super Friends universe, and I'm going to be focusing on the challenge of the Super Friends, which is one of my personal favorite shows. And of course, I'm going to be talking about my favorite episode from the show, and it is the secret origins of the Super Friends. I absolutely enjoyed this episode when I was younger, and I remember watching it so many times. I was fascinated to learn the origins of these three heroes because at the time I knew nothing about these characters. I didn't have easy access to comic books back then, and it was mostly just media that got me introduced to a lot of heroes. So I really just enjoyed it, and I remember as I grew up, I kind of just watched these other various, portrayals of these characters, and I'm like, that's not their origin that I know of. And, it's kind of fun to see how it kind of changes with each adaptation. Now, I think it's a very clever idea for the Legion of Doom to use time travel to go back in time and take out the stronger members of the Super Friends and just leave what they think are the weaker ones, even though did they not realize that the weaker ones have time travel? Never mind about that. Or they can now have, Superman's secret identity and they're going to do nothing about that. We'll ignore those little nitpicks now, won't we? But it's really cool as they kind of infiltrate these various moments and take over those heroes' position, but of course, they're not using them for heroes, they're just evil. Even if it questions how Bizarro still. Now, of course, Cheetah goes back in time and takes over Wonder Woman's spot by winning the Tournament of Amazons. Lex Luthor becomes the Green Lantern after diverting the path for Hal Jordan to become one, and they go back in time, and after the destruction of Krypton, they send Kal-El's rocket off course. And of course, their plans get thwarted, because of course, even though they're weaker Super Friends, at least in their eyes, they can still figure things out that are not quite right. And of course, they have the supercomputer, and they do learn what the Legion of Doom did, so they use their own time travel to go back, fix things, and stop the Legion of Doom. And it's a very cool episode. It's so many awesome things in this one, and I really could not recommend it, even though I do question Batman and Robin can time travel? That's kind of cool. But yeah, this is a great episode, and if you have never watched the Super Friends show or this episode, you gotta watch it. It's a really well-made show, and I cannot recommend it more. What is your favorite episode from any of the Super Friends shows? Because there's a few of them. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of the 2025 Hanna-Barbera Summer. Bye, everyone.